I'm going to start this video off by saying that it's not really something that is comfortable for me to listen to even, but I'm going to, just so you can get a little bit of an example as to what I had to deal with all the time. But at the beginning of this video clip, just before, Levi had asked me why I was depressed, and he wouldn't let it go when I told him I didn't want to talk about it, and he continued to get angrier and angrier, saying, well, I want to talk about it now. I said that I'm not going to talk to you about it while you're drunk. He continued to say that he was not drunk. He was clearly drunk. You can hear it in his voice. When I admitted that I was lonely, his response was, why? Because I won't fuck you? No, Levi. I had run out of my antidepressants a few days before, so I'd been having a particularly bad few days, and I was trying my best over and over and over again to get him to just go do the thing that he wanted to do. I'm not coming, and just let it go. Right before this clip, he had asked me once again, because we're going to talk about it right now, because it doesn't matter how I feel, why I'm depressed. And I said to him, if you can sit down, calm down, and have a little empathy, then we can talk. And instead of anything, he heard the word empathy, immediately went to esoteric empaths and said, this is what I think of empathy. This is what I think of empaths. And he ran out the door, grabbed a book from a mutual friend of ours, and started stabbing it with a knife. So that's what you hear at the beginning here.
Time ago?
That's not the new one?
I'm fucking empaths. You know why I don't like fucking
Levi, that's not even the subject we were on. I said use some empathy. I didn't say anything about witchcraft or empaths. I said, Levi, empathy is a thing that, oh my God, Jesus Christ.
That one might need stitches.
Yes, it might, and you are not in your right mind doing it. This is why I don't want to talk to you when you're like this. And of course I'm the one who's in a wrong mind when I don't want to talk to you when you're like this.
Do we have any super glue?
I don't know. Well, I have nail glue. It's super glue, basically.
I am not going to go to the hospital for a couple fucking stitches in my hand. See?
You gotta stop the bleeding first.
This is what I think about fucking empaths. I was about ready to say I'm an empath.
Levi?
But you know what? It has nothing to do with empathy.
No, being an empath has nothing to do with empathy. You once said you wanted to know what I was talking about. I asked if you were going to sit there and have some empathy and be nice, and then you did this. This is irrational.
Because I don't like empathy.
Empathy is not...
Because it's for fucking losers.
Okay, so you don't want to sit and actually hear what why. You just asked me a bunch why I feel like shit, and then I tried to say, and now you do this.
It doesn't really matter.
Then exactly! What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm gonna take a picture of that. I'm gonna send it to fucking Colin.
Go for it, Levi.
How's he gonna fucking like them apples?
I don't know how you don't get it. Oh God! If our roles were reversed, you would be wondering why you. I would probably be wondering why you'd be so upset coming home every day.
Angel.
Where's my glue?
We are talking.
I think it's out there.
We should not be together.
We're not! You already decided that 2 weeks ago, and I'm okay with it, and I'm trying to support you in this journey of yours.
There's no fucking journey. It's an end.
Yes, it's a means to an end, Levi.
No, it's just the end.
The hormones is just an end. It's not over yet. You have to keep doing it.
It's just a fucking end.
You don't...
So you don't fucking understand.
No, I do.
No one understands but me. I'm the one fucking taking them, and I say it's a fucking end.
You're not even at the end. Can I get through so I can find my glue?
It's an end.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to argue about how little English you know.
No, right, yeah. How many credits do you have in college?
You can't
How
compare
many
that and
credits
make...
do I have in college? Okay, so I think I know a little more about English.
Levi, school doesn't define whether you actually know anything. People say
Really?
you forget
Because
everything.
apparently that societal thing with that piece of paper and all that mattering, I think it
You
does.
do know they don't actually give a shit about your degree, right? Nobody does. Jobs don't actually care about your degree. A 2-month internship in the summer means a lot more than a 4-year degree. Well, fuck it. I can't find my glue.
It's okay. I'll put a Band-Aid on it. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's just a fucking stab in the hand.
You may be thinking that I had been saying some pretty harsh things myself, and that's true. It's just that I have spent months listening to this tripe while saying nothing. I have experienced all of the different ways I can react to this, and I have learned through living with this man that it doesn't matter how I react. If I say nothing, he will escalate. If I say something, whether it be supportive, not supportive, or even in agreement with what he's saying, things will escalate. He's an addict. He's an alcoholic. And that's just something, you can't reason with them when they're drunk. You can't reason with them when they're sober. They're just somehow in the middle of their own world. And when they choose to be with you, and no matter how you feel or if you love them or how much you care, you will never be a priority to them. And they will always consider themselves to be the top dog, that you couldn't ever measure up. So I just wanted to put this out there because I know I'm not the only one. And I also know that if he hurt himself, he'd be so ashamed. When he was stabbing that book after he came back into the room after this recording, because I stopped it, I was still trying to figure out the recording stuff. He took pictures of it, saying how metal it was, how it was the most metal thing he's ever seen. And I told him it was pathetic because that's all I can see. The whole display, everything that led up to him being arrested that night, it was all so pathetic. And the entire time he talks to me this way, the entire time, even when I stop talking and just sit, this is what he does. So there's a little sneak peek. I have so much more. I don't really want to go through it tonight. I've been putting it off because I knew I was going to be upset. So I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.